Morning, everybody. How is your day going so far? Been up a few hours now. It's going pretty good for me. Nice day off. That's a little better. Nice day off. Paid day off. uh, See, I was just sitting there thinking, and I was rearranging and dusting some of the bottles, and there's a couple cents I thought maybe in my head just kind of popped in. They're a little. I don't want to say underappreciated because the people who do smell these five generally like them, so they are appreciated. Yeah, more. What's the word? Uh, like I said, not underappreciated. I can't think of the word right now, but I'm sure it'll come to me. Um, Maybe hidden gems. I don't know. They're really not that hidden. Um, I guess underappreciated, I guess would be the right word. And that being said, sometimes when these pop up in videos and reviews and stuff like that, people say they're good. So somebody here might be like, no, no, that's not right. That's. I've heard about it. I'm not saying you haven't heard about these. I'm just saying they don't get the hype that I think they should. Honestly, they're not. They might be talked about, but they're not talked about in the same vein as all the big hype monsters, the Savages, the Blue de Chanels, the Aventuses, the Angel Share and its dupes, and Savage Elixir and its dupes, and lately Boss Bottle Elixir and Lamal Elixir and stuff like they're not in that echelon of everybody singing their praises, which is unfortunate because they're all as good as most of them. Um, well, I should say as good as most of them. Those are really good fragrances, and I do understand why they're talked about a lot. But these aren't really that much of a step down, if you know what I mean. They're they're still, in my opinion, still really good, and most of them are really well priced, except for one of them. One of them's pretty expensive, but the other ones are $40 and under. I'm going to give you a bonus because this is five, overlooked. I guess that's a good way to say it. Overlooked fragrances, but the sixth one, it's kind of not overlooked, but it seems to get a little hype every now and then goes away. It gets a little hype and goes away. It gets a little hype and goes away. And it's actually a Bulgari. It's a Bulgari Aqua pour Homme Atlantique. It was hyped for a while, heavily, and then it just kind of vanished. And then every now and then you'll see somebody mention it, and that happens. That's the way it goes. Um, but yeah, I really like this one. It's fresh yet it's got some depth. A lot of ambroxan. It's sweet. Uh, you pick up that salty acquiesce kind of vibe to it, and it's really a and it performs really well for a. I won't call it a fresh scent. It's fresher than most, but it's definitely an all year round scent. And that's another thing. All of these can be used all year round, with the exception of the one I find that's also the most expensive. And I'll save it till the end. Um, Sugarful Pour Homme by Michael Germain, I think it is. What a nice scent. Yeah, what a just a lovely sweet, uh, soft, sweet kind of licorice spice. You're getting a lot of licorice and uh, some nutmeg, some cardamom, no clove, so to speak, but clove would be too much. Yeah, it's a nice woody. It's got lavender in it, of course, and a nice woody, musky dry down. So a sweet, spicy kind of scent. Uh, yeah, it's great. Um, what's the next one? This one here, by Gianfernaco, whatever. Fair Fougere Italiano. Uh, yeah, citrus, musk, it's floral, some lavender, a hint of spicy pepper and cedar. It's kind of like a classic Italian barbershop meets a Western barbershop. Um, yeah, it's got all like I said, this citrusy pepper vibe off the top, a little bit of vetiver, a little bit of peppery cedar, into a musky, clean dry down. That whole scent is clean. Fougere esque, but like I said, a mixture of both the Italian kind of fougere and the Western idea of a fougere. And yeah, Davidoff Adventure. One I never thought I'd like as much as I do. Citrus and pepper and vetiver and cedar and slightly bitter quality to it. Slightly bitter, not like gross or anything. With a musky, woody dry down. Yeah, what is it? A woody, peppery scent, basically, and fresh. Yeah, it's probably, believe it or not, the most masculine of all of these on here. It's a very, but a modern masculine, not alpha malish. You know what I mean? Next is going to be the David Beckham Intimately for the price. My goodness. Oh, it's very nice. Sandalwood, amber, again with the nutmeg and the cardamom and uh, slight boozy aspect. Again, a kind of classic licorice spice with a woody kind of dry down, and a hint of booze in this too. Um, so what is it? Spicy, boozy, slightly sweet, woody fragrance. I mean, not bad at all. Not bad at all. The knock on this one's the performance, but in that category of date night scents, a lot of weed alone, Dolce Gabbana one, blah blah blah. It falls right into that category. 3, 4, 5 hours, an hour or so of projection, then a nice. Yeah, and I love the bottle. Like what? It's surprisingly, I think it was $15. Yeah, it gets compared to stuff like the one. I think the one's a better scent, but I can see the comparison. So they were all kind of the cheap ones, about $40 and under. Most of them are $30 and under. Um, Now we get into the expensive one that I think, and it's from a big house, and I think it's overlooked because two reasons. I don't think it was what people were expecting from it, which I don't get because I get a lot of the original in this. A lot of people don't, but I do. And also, this house releases so many flankers of this fragrance. They're probably the most flankered, except for maybe Cool Water. And that's La Nuit de l'Homme. And this is La Nuit de l'Homme Eau de Parfum. Not cheap, for a 60 mil. This is 100 mil. For a 60 mil, I think still 140, $150. This is almost 200. But what a nice scent, honestly. I don't like the opening. I've said it before. It's just kind of a mishmash of stuff, but it's only like 10 minutes. Then it mellows right out. Um, right off the top, you're hit with cardamom. Um, Heavy cardamom, just like La Nuit alone. A lot denser, though, than in La Nuit alone. Not quite as sweet, more on the spicy side. It's got a sweetness to it, but that's also because this has leather and tonka and vanilla and sandalwood. Oh, jeez. Vetiver, I believe. Some lavender. And the opening, like I said, after the first 10 minutes, kind of uh, this leather tonka cardamom opening. And the dry down is like a sandalwood, amber, nutmeg. You still pick up cardamom and some vanilla. Again, with a slight booze aspect to it, absolutely. Um, Very nice scent, though. If you're looking for something von wheat alone, a bit of the DNA in there, that cardamom. But you want something a little stronger, a little even more mature, masculine. This is definitely the way to go. What a nice scent! Every time I smell it, I like it even more and more. So yeah, guys, that's just 5. Again, under the radar, underappreciated, underrated. I mean, you can say all that stuff. I just find the 5 that should be talked about more. And like all of them are great for what they do. And they're relatively inexpensive with the exception of the YSL, of course. So, yeah, if you've tried them, let me know. If you have them, let me know. If you like them, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Let me know what you like and don't like about them. Because I can see people not liking some of them. Of course, nobody's going to like everything. That's just the way the game goes. So, but to me, they're 5 that really should get a lot more love than they do. And yeah, so I'll see you today, later on. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.